Welcome to The Time of Your Life, the podcast where I ask, what would you do if you won $2 billion? With me today, I've got Lauren Chiles, insurance broker and sustainability advocate. I'm your host, David Ploof. Let's get started. Okay. So, Lauren, about a week ago, it was Christmas. One of your close friends or family members gifted you a lottery ticket.
Oh. A scratch off?
No. Pick 5, 6 numbers. If they all match, you win $2 billion. And you checked it the next day. As it turns out, you just won $2 billion. You went to the lottery office. You cashed in the ticket. You called your lawyer. You just received a call 10 minutes ago that the funds cleared in your bank account. It is 8:38 p.m. We're in Ferndale, Michigan. What do you do now? Where do you go first? Who do you call?
Ooh, who do I call first? Oh my gosh. That's a scary one.
It's scary. What's scary about it?
I mean, thrilling, scary,
Thrilling. Like a good scary movie.
Yeah, on the edge of your seat, like what do I do? I think first I would probably have to call my mom.
Okay, you call your mom. Yeah. That's your first call. What do you talk about?
Maybe I shouldn't call my mom first because I might want to surprise her with something.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Okay, so no, scratch that. I'm not calling mom first, no.
Okay.
No, because I want to show up with the Mustang that mom wants. She's always dreamed of the G6?
I mean,
is that
it wouldn't be my dream car, but I can see how someone might want that.
Okay, but the Mustangs that are really fast, it's called the G6,
What
right?
color?
Okay, maybe I do call her to at least find out the color first.
How do you pose the question? Do you still want it to be a surprise, or are you going to be like, hey, just like out of curiosity, what's your favorite color?
Yeah, just out of curiosity, Mom. I mean, I hit her with random questions pretty frequently, honestly, and so she's just kind of learned to just go with the flow.
So if you call her at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday and be like, hey, what's your favorite color? That's totally normal.
Yeah. She'd ask why, and I would just be like, no reason.
And then you hang up the phone, or do you discuss anything else?
Yeah, I'd change the subject, and she would forget pretty quickly.
Okay, how long do you stay on the phone for? Do you talk for a long time with your mother on the phone frequently? Is this going to be a 40-minute conversation, half an hour conversation?
I mean, it definitely could be, but if I needed to get off, I could get her off within 5.
I mean, is that what you want to do? This is up to you. This is your experience. This is your time.
Yeah. Okay. So I'd call my mom, find out so I can start getting the plans in order, and I'd get her off the phone. But then I think, who do I call first? Honestly,
well, who do you call next?
I feel like I need a couple days to sit on it. Honestly, I don't know if you should really go telling everybody right away. Oof. I think first.
Would you sit down, meditate, do some yoga, eat something, go to the bathroom? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that sounds a little better.
That's the first thing you do. Okay, so you just realized you have $2 billion and you're headed straight for the restroom.
Okay, not the restroom. I was agreeing more with the meditation.
Okay,
I think, I might need to, do a little bit of reflecting first. A little bit of reflecting.
Okay,
That's the first
How
step.
much reflecting time do you take? And eyes open, eyes closed? Are you listening to music? How do you reflect?
I think I would have to go to the notebook.
Okay, so classic pen and paper, pencil and paper.
Yeah, pen and paper.
Pen and paper.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going to get that pen and paper?
Off my bookshelf. Mm-hmm.
We're in my apartment.
I just found out here.
You just found out.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, we can pretend like we're at your place if you like.
Well, I guess I would if you're here and I just found out I won the lottery, I would definitely share it with you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
All of it?
Oh, I was just talking about the news, not the
news.
money.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that news. It's great news. I'm so happy for you.
I mean, I'd buy you something that,
Well, let's
was on
pretend
your
I'm not here.
Christmas
Let's
list?
pretend I'm not here. So you got a pen and paper.
Okay.
What do you write down?
I think I would have to go back and reflect on, younger self dreams and just big goals that I have set for the future already. Because I would pretty much feel like I already skipped a few steps in, what I'm working on to get to my goals. Because I already have the funds to do it. So I kind of already have an idea.
It's a booster. This is an accelerant. This just takes you all the way there. When you're reflecting, is that all in your mind? Are you going through photo albums? Are you like, how do you trace back to those goals? Or you have them set, ready to go?
I mean, I have the basics already set in my mind, and I have some notes. I don't know. Do you want to hear about those?
Yes, please. That's the purpose of the podcast.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't really know what I would do immediately. There's nothing crazy that I would want to buy just right off the rip for myself. I mean, I would definitely have to contact some financial advisors in the next few days. And,
You've done all that. You've contacted the financial advisors. You are secure in the fact that you have all the money at your disposal.
Okay.
Good to spend.
Okay.
You're not going to run out.
Well, I'm not worried about running out. I just want to make the money go longer.
It's going to go a long time. Longer. How much?
Longer.
So is there a number at which you would be comfortable?
Well, you said I already won $2 billion, right?
Yeah, that's a high number.
I'm for sure set for life, but when I say go longer, I'm talking generational wealth here.
Okay, so you're thinking about kids, grandkids, extended family. Yeah. You don't want money, you want estates.
Yes.
So you call some financial advisors, but then what, do you just make that your life? Just trying to extend money for, because that could go on forever.
No.
Well, yeah, let's roll it back a little bit.
Okay.
You still got a pen and pad in your hand that is totally blank. I'm not sure why you got it yet.
Okay, I'm going to write down the biggest, craziest ideas that I can come up with and figure out how to obtain them in the smartest way possible.
So does that look like activities? Does that look like trips? Does that look like possessions? Are you going to have like marble statues made of you? Or like what is the wildest, craziest thing that you can think of?
I never thought of marble statues, but now that you put it in my head.
My name's David. I have to, reference.
That's great. Yeah. I think I would have to make a self list, like just personal wants, and then the worldly generosity list, like just the ways I want to contribute to society in the world.
So there are no rules to this. You can do whatever you want. You can go in any order that you like. The balance of the self and the generosity, because you can go either way infinitely in either direction. Like, how are you going to balance that?
I mean, I don't know what I would necessarily want for my physical possessions immediately. Eventually, I want, my own luxury homes, estates.
Eventually. How long do you think eventually is? Is that like first week, first month, first year?
Oh, gosh, you're right. I'm already a double billionaire.
Yeah, you've already got it.
Okay, I gotta get in my rich bitch mindset here.
There we go. That's the mindset you need. Rich bitch.
Rich bitch. Okay.
What's a rich bitch want?
Rich bitch wants to drive supercar.
A supercar.
Yeah, supercar.
No particular brand. I mean, where are you going to go to get this supercar?
I mean, currently the goal
Macallan,
is like a Porsche, but
a Porsche.
But if I'm a multi-billionaire, then I might shoot higher. I might have
Bugatti.
I might have to look into that.
So supercar, you can go a couple different directions. There's sports cars. There's luxury vehicles. You can get the SUV, stretch Hummer. What kind of supercar do you want to be driving? All electric, sustainable, sustainability advocate?
Yeah, I would say I would need to go do some comparisons and find out, how these are actually being sourced and what's actually the most sustainable and not just seemingly the most sustainable.
So how do you do that research? Do that immediately? Do you do that on the first day?
See, this is why I would need a few days before making any of my purchases, because you just got to do like
Because you're going to be studying for a week.
Yeah, at least a week. I really don't think I would make any purchases immediately.
Well, that's an interesting thing. I find a lot of people get paralyzed like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Paralyzed?
Yeah, you haven't made any decisions yet.
I mean, David, just jumping the gun and buying your dream car, dream house the first night, don't you think that's just a little impulsive?
No. So 8 p.m., notes in hand. You've got two headers, the rich bitch me list and the generosity list. You've got a note off to the side saying, figure out what kind of supercar I want. How do you trace through these decision trees?
Well, an actual goal of mine, a few things that I would for sure have on the generosity list, I guess as we can call it. I don't really want to call it generosity, but just the...
Like good for all, benevolence.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
selfish and selfless.
worldly contributions,
How are you going to change
effect.
the world?
Yeah.
How are you going to enact world peace?
That's the route that I'm trying to take. Yeah.
Make the world a better place.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds a little lighter.
What do you think would make the world a better place?
Well, back to, being a sustainability advocate. I think that the world needs more sustainable practices in lots of different areas of life. We live in a very unsustainable society, whether that's our food systems, our living systems, just our political systems. We live in a first world country that has access to all of our basic human rights, but so much of the world lives a completely different lifestyle than we have,
So do you
taken
think
for granted.
You're going to be traveling the world, or will you send teams to travel the world for you to set up? I don't know if that's digging wells or starting farms.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be on site. Traveling the world. Yeah, that is a given. I will absolutely be traveling a lot. And I don't necessarily think I will be digging all of the wells myself, but we will be digging lots of wells, and I will definitely contribute to the digging.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Lauren, digging. When do you book your first plane ticket? I mean, that's going to take a lot of planning, organizing teams. How are you going to go about recruiting people?
Well, I'm already really good at recruiting and life insurance, so I definitely can recruit some people.
Some translatable skills there, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Got the good charisma.
Yeah, people love a good cause too, and love a good opportunity.
Love a cause.
Yeah, people definitely love a good opportunity to, help people out and make money.
When they're being bankrolled by a multi-billionaire, it doesn't hurt.
Definitely doesn't hurt. So
we've got some broad goals, some broad things to think about. But, really I want to get back to the, minute by minute, taking this 1 minute at a time, 10 minutes at a time. How are you actually living your life? Or what do you want to do? You can take some time to relax before you make any big decisions. Meditate for as long as you need. Is that an hour meditation, 20-minute meditation?
Maybe like a 30-minute meditation. I think 30 minutes would be a good amount.
What do you do after you're done meditating?
I guess I would probably start pulling up some saved tabs, on my Instagram. Some of those travel categories that I've saved, some dreams there.
Now we're talking.
That would be a good place to start on the rich bitch list for myself.
Is there any destinations that immediately come to mind?
I mean,
Bali, Tulum.
Bali is on that list. I've been to Tulum.
Yeah, how was it?
It was great. I definitely would not mind going back. I really want to go to Africa, though.
Any place specific in Africa, or any event that you would go for, or cause that you would go for?
I haven't really looked into that too much, but you really got me thinking here for...
Yeah, Africa's large.
Africa's very large.
Africa's fucking huge.
Yeah. I know.
You're just going to spin the globe. All right, Africa, here we go.
I know I want to
Book
go
the flight.
to Tanzania because that's where Jane Goodall first made contact with the gorillas.
Ooh, history. So you would go to that site. I'm sure there's going to be like a museum there.
Yeah, I haven't really looked too much into it, but I know it's a beautiful, beautiful
What do you think
rainforest.
would be there? Do you think they've got resorts? What do you think the accommodations are like?
No, I think they would have resorts somewhere in there, but I know they have a lot of tropical rainforest.
That's nice. Being in a tropical rainforest has its perks, also has its cons.
Yeah.
It's wet.
It's dangerous.
But you get all the fruit you like.
You think there's a lot of fruit that is easily accessible?
I mean, when I was living on the Big Island, there were like mangoes and avocados and coconuts and bananas, and they would just fall on the ground. You could just have them whenever you want. Felt pretty abundant.
Yeah, that's not a bad lifestyle right there.
It wasn't.
A tea break.
Yeah, we were sipping on some organic Zen tea today. We're gonna spill the tea, but not spill the tea. Okay, so we're still sitting in the apartment. Haven't booked any flights.
Sipping tea.
We're sipping tea. You know what? You got me there. Meditation and tea go very well together. Do you feel like the tea helps you think?
Yeah, it does.
It's a little bit caffeinated. I think it stimulates your mind. I know many a wise man and woman advocate for drinking green tea.
Green tea specifically?
Yes.
Noted. Okay, so we'll put that on the list. Buy an abundance of the top of the line green tea.
Buy as much green tea as you can. Don't walk, run to your nearest supermarket. All right, I think we're stocked on green tea.
Yeah. Back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I hear Tanzania is nice this time of year.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. That's why I said I need like a couple weeks of research time.
Break down that schedule for me. Are you going to wake up 8 a.m., hit the books? You're going straight to Google? How are you doing this research? Are you just scrolling through Instagram, saving Instagram likes?
Yeah, no, I would definitely jump to Google. I think I would honestly just start. I just am like just such a inherently like generous, like giving type of, Pisces girl that I just want to change the world. So I feel like if I came into so much money, I would want to jump into try to help as many people as possible first. That's what I want to do.
What does it mean to you to help people? What do you think the people need?
I think the basics come first. I think, people all over, especially in other countries, but even right here in our own country, first of all, just need access to clean water, healthy food, education, shelter, the basics. So I think I would start just researching, how to help people, how to, start a nonprofit, or, how to understand like which nonprofits out there are good ones, start doing that kind of research and kind of see what kind of mission work other groups are doing and kind of make a list of the different groups that my views align with, just kind of picking apart, what I think is working, what I think is not working, or, what is missing from these and how I think I could make it better. But I don't think I have all the answers either. I think I would need
That's a lot to parse.
Yeah, I think I would need some help. That's where the recruiting comes in.
So how soon into this journey do you recruit an assistant, someone to run your nonprofit for you? Or do you think, I'll ask you this question. Do you think you're more likely to start a nonprofit of your own or contribute money to an existing nonprofit?
I mean, I would definitely do both. I think there's already, groups out there and charities that are doing really good work. I'm not going to think like I have all the best answers. Like, I obviously don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just a girl who sells life insurance right now who's a really big dreamer. So
keep dreaming.
Thank you. So, no, I'd probably start with just funding ones that I really believe in.
Okay, so you're going online, you're making a list of all your favorite nonprofit charity organizations.
Mm-hmm.
How much would you think you'd give them? You've got a lot to play with.
Before I really get to know the charity, I think I could just throw like 100,000 wherever I want. You know, like I think that's like a good basic, like penny.
How much
to me now
does a Mustang cost?
Oh, it's probably not even that much.
Probably not.
I think it's like 60,000.
Do you think your mom's going to be jealous when she finds out the charity got more?
Oh, mom is going to get taken care of. Don't worry. She's just going to get the dream car first, because even if,
That's a surprise.
yeah, even if I can afford to get, like a Lamborghini or a
Well, walk me through that experience.
whatever with.
So let's say within, a week, couple of weeks, maybe a month,
Mm-hmm.
you make your way to the Ford dealership. Against the odds, you've torn yourself away from Instagram and all of your research, and you've made it to a car dealership. You buy her favorite color car.
Mm-hmm.
Did you bring someone with you? Are you driving it off the lot? Did you take an Uber there? How are you organizing this surprise?
Yeah. Well, that one I could jump to. I don't need a week to think on that. I would do that the next day because mom comes first, and
Of
that's
course.
easy, and she'll get spoiled more later, of course, but she just loves this car, and so that's why I want to surprise her with it first and get her reaction, because she would definitely think that I robbed a bank or something like that.
So pull up to her house. You go inside and you say, "Come outside. Look at this."
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd bring a friend with me to the dealership, to test drive a few of the fun convertibles and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Might like it so much you get one for yourself.
Yeah, no, not for me.
Yeah, you probably want a Tesla.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
an option.
You seem like an electric girl.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's kind of tough because I also feel like it's nice to have options, in case like the grid goes down or something like that.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for the apocalypse at all times.
That's what I'm saying. I keep some supplies in my car.
And I tell you what, that car's not going to do you too much good when you're traveling Africa.
Exactly.
Unless you ship it there. You're going to buy another car once you get there.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would ship a Tesla to Africa.
Do you think you would rent a car while you're there?
Yeah, for sure.
How long do you think those trips would be?
I think I would need a Jeep in Africa.
I don't know too much about Africa, but yeah, if you want to go on some safaris or something like that.
Yeah.
You think you're just going to go off-roading with you and your traveling companions? Going to hire local tour guides? How are you going to that?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely need some locals out there and some really big, burly guys to protect me as well with guns.
Protect you from the other guys with guns, or protect you from the animals? Protect you from
Both.
What are you going to do if your security detail is full of assholes? Would you fire them? They have guns.
I wouldn't have hired them.
How long do you spend interviewing?
I think the initial interview would, just be like,
Just hope you find some good ones right off the bat.
um,
Wow, first one. What are the odds?
I mean, usually how my interviews go with prospects for recruiting to sell insurance is you would anticipate like a 20-minute conversation, but then I'm getting to know them and we're chatting and laughing and, talking about experience and then talking about the job and then talking personally. And it usually becomes like an hour and a half. So it's kind of different though. If I'm just hiring security guys, like they don't need to be personable. They just need to know what they're doing.
Yeah, don't talk. You're just here for security.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They know what they signed up for.
I would probably want to talk with them, but I probably shouldn't talk with them because they need to just be watching for like lions and
Yeah,
bad guys.
I don't know. How large of an entourage are you going to have? Are you going to bring all your friends? Do you have a lot of close friends, family? Who's traveling with you?
Yeah, I mean, anyone that wants to join the cause,
Anyone.
that
That could be a lot of people. How long does it take for you to trust someone?
Oh, no. I would probably need to reevaluate that once people start finding out I won the lottery.
Once they know you have money, then you can't trust anyone.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I would have to keep it quiet and try to think on it for.
But mom gets a car. That's the one thing we know for sure.
That's what we know for sure. We know Lauren's going to Africa.
I wonder if there's any cool music festivals in Africa. I bet there are.
I would definitely go to some cool music festivals in Africa.
How high is that on your priority list? First month, first year?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, yeah. That would be in the first month for sure. I would
How long do you spend packing? What do you bring with you?
I might, cuz like this research and list task, there's no better research than just hands-on discovery with the eyes, right? So,
You know what? You might be right.
I think I might need to just
dive
go
right in.
straight there. I think now we're getting somewhere,
Do you check a bag? How many bags do you bring with you?
Yeah, I'm going to check a bag, David.
Well, I mean, this is a big question because are you going to check a bag on a commercial airline or are you going to charter a flight or are you going to buy a jet? Because these are within your options now.
That's true. I think the first time I don't need to buy a jet yet because, I mean, you got to go jet shopping. Like, I'm not trying to be so frivolous, Sustainability.
Sustainability.
Yes.
Sustainability.
Sustainability.
You have to find the best jet. You got to test them out.
I think you're encouraging me to just buy everything right away.
I mean, you don't have to travel.
Oh, no, I love to travel. I already spend all my free time and money traveling right now.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to get to the meat of the experience. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you actually want to do? You can think about it and plan it all day. Everyone loves to talk about doing cool shit until it's time to do cool shit. Then everyone boring.
I mean, speak for yourself. I do the cool shit.
I can tell that about you.
Damn right.
Anyone that I meet at a yoga class, I can tell is someone that does things.
Yeah, I do things. Like go to Zupak Lawn Yoga. Check them out.
It's a great class.
I think I wouldn't buy a jet right off the rip. I think
No jots. No jets.
No jots. No jets. Not yet.
Jotting some notes.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I would take a jet though there. Fly with some other rich bitch people.
You drinking champagne on the jet?
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind?
Really expensive champagne.
So that you'll be hungover when you get to Africa to do all your humanitarian work?
No.
Just one glass.
No, if it's I think like the more expensive it is, like
the less hangover you get.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I hear.
I haven't had champagne in a while. I haven't had a drink of alcohol in close to 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. But I'll take your word for it.
That's good for your brain health.
My brain feels pretty good.
That's really good. Yeah, I don't.
This green tea is helping also. Nice. Tell you what, I think it really is.
Really?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice and warm, and I like the cup that it's in. It makes me feel good.
Okay, I need a refill.
Half this podcast is just going to be us talking about tea. I'm okay with it. Whatever direction we go.
Maybe you'll get a tea sponsor.
Oh, please. Anyone, I'll take it. Yeah, tea. Well, hold on. Not yet. Not till they pay me.
True. Not till they pay me.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep out all those names I just said.
True. Yeah, so I think I would join a jet with some other rich people that could afford this jet.
They have to be able to afford it too. You're not going to pay their way.
No, because I'm trying to be a little bit sly in the beginning.
Yeah.
So that I can meet some other high net worth people.
How are your friends? Do you have a lot of friends now?
Yeah.
How would they feel about this?
Well, I would bring some friends with me.
What's the proportion of day ones and high net worth networking individuals that you're going to be hanging out with?
The proportions, like the day ones versus the new ones?
Yeah, so you got, like, let's say 20 people on your private jet.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those are going to be new recruits?
Well, I'm trying to find a semi-private jet. They actually have those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, so semi-private jet, but it's still like, maybe like 100,000, 500,000, something stupid to take this private jet.
$100,000 ticket?
Yeah.
I feel like that's high. I feel like for $100,000 you can get on a rocket these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, probably like 10,000.
Maybe I should do that too.
Yeah, you want to go to space?
Yeah.
What would you do? You just want to do it for the fun of it, to show everyone how sustainable you are?
Okay. I might have to think about that one too, because that one's bad PR.
Yeah. Although, I don't know. It depends on how you do it. I feel like the first guys that did it, like Buzz Aldrin, what's the other guy? Armstrong, not Lance. He was the cyclist that got busted for doping. No, it was...
No, you're not. It's bad.
That guy that walked out, the first man on the moon. One small step.
One small step for man.
One giant leap for mankind.
Yeah.
We've done it. See, they got a lot of good press.
Yeah.
But now these days, the people going to space, not so hot.
Yeah. Well, maybe I could make it like a big climate statement or something. People are...
Yeah, how are you going to spin this one?
Yeah, I think I could come... I think I could come up with a way to spin it. Honestly, I really do. I don't know. Maybe not though. The cancel culture is strong. I
mean, you don't have to tell anyone. You might be able to just keep that private. Yeah. I can't name everyone that's gone to space.
That's true. It might be
the crew.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to do it to help ground me. Can I say? Make
really?
me...
You think that would help ground you?
Yeah. I mean, don't you think flying all the way up to the moon, out of the orbit, it would really make you realize how small you are?
I didn't even say the moon. I was just thinking just regular satellite orbit. But you can go wherever you want.
Well, yeah, up to a...
Shoot for the stars, even if you miss. Or shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars.
I knew you were going for there. I don't know. My dad was really knowledgeable about space and space things.
Space things.
Space
astronomy.
Things. Astronomy.
Space things.
Mm-hmm.
I like space things.
Yeah, space things. I mean, he would just blow my mind with talking about black holes and what are those? What are the other ones called? The worms.
Wormholes.
Wormholes.
Black holes. Wormholes.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kind of holes out there. You better watch out.
Just don't get sucked in.
Or do. Could be fun. I like getting sucked into stuff sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't know where you're going to turn out. So,
I never know how things are going to turn out. That's the fun part.
Then I can't come back and spend my billions and change the world on Earth.
Yeah, you want to stay here. This is where your money has value. What are you going to do in space? What do you think you bring with you to space? If you could bring one thing, I've seen some astronauts that have a guitar or a yo-yo or just some silly thing that they do once they get up to space just to show the world, look, we're doing it. What do you think your thing would be?
What do I bring to space?
A snack, some green tea.
Some tea. Here's where the commercial comes in again.
This episode sponsored by green tea. Clink.
I really like that noise. You gotta use that more. You got any more noises in there?
Oh, yeah, there's a couple noises.
Yeah.
That one's the best. That one's my favorite.
Yeah, you got a good radio voice for that.
Say something funny.
David's face.
That was a good one.
Yeah. That really gave me iCarly vibes. You guys remember that show, right?
I'm sure they do. I never watched it.
I mean, it's not that old.
I'm familiar with it.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
How old are you, David?
How old do you think I am? How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
23.
I knew you were going to guess young. But you're not far off. I'm 24. I'm about to be 25.
Yeah, that's so close. That's 1 year off. How old do you think I am?
27.
30. I turned 30 last month.
Nice.
Yeah, eat well, stay fit.
And you roller? You use the jade roller?
You saw that sitting on my shelf?
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, I've also got, I do a lot of things.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
And drink tea.
It's the tea that keeps me young. I swear it.
Awesome. Anyways, what were we talking about?
What would you bring to space? Yeah, what would
Okay.
you bring with you on your sustainability mission to space? What's a good symbol for sustainability? You want to bring like a little plant with you? That'd be cute.
Yeah.
Up in space, like, look, it's life.
A plant. Yeah, like a little sprout. A little sprout.
Yeah.
Um,
You have a favorite plant? Any plant that you like?
I like turtles.
It's not a plant, Lauren.
I like what I learned in boating school is can't think of a plant. I'm thinking of favorite flowers.
Yeah, flowers are plants. As it turns out, flowers are plants. This just in.
Okay, I don't know, for some reason aloe is coming to mind.
Aloe. That's a nice plant.
I don't know why, but
I like aloe.
I also
I
like
need to get some plants for in here.
do
I'm
need
severely lacking in plants.
yeah.
It's nice, yeah.
Yeah, some plants would look good right behind us, right when they get the
Yeah.
window light. Maybe hanging from the ceiling.
Sure would.
Yeah.
There's a hook there. I was thinking about getting
yeah.
a disco ball for it, but it could totally be a plant.
Or it could be both.
That'd be cool. Like a disco ball cut in half and turned into a planter. I could do that.
I didn't think about that, but I was thinking more like Club Space Miami vibes. Disco balls and plants hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah, but no, yeah, that's awesome. Definitely utilize that hook.
And that's great because if you bring aloe with you to space, if you get like burned on something, you have aloe with you.
Yeah, in case I like do something stupid, like I open like a compact mirror and it reflects the sun and I'm like,
Yeah, I think that's what would happen if you were in space and you did that. So you're bringing makeup with you to space also?
oh, for sure.
Yeah, you got to look
For
good.
sure.
What's the point in seeing the entire universe if the universe can't see you?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely go up there with, some kind of PR stunt plan, but I'd definitely need to think that one through, but I mean, this would at least be a month out. I would at least have like the basis of my team.
What do you think you want to eat in space?
I mean, of course, space ice cream.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dehydrated
that's
ice cream.
It's a given. Astronaut
Classic.
ice cream is the proper terminology.
A little cliche if you ask me.
I mean, I
Some
would say
tang. I don't know.
I would call it like nostalgic, I guess. Not nostalgic in the sense that I've been to space, but I mean like the
idea of
I
it.
had
It's
it
very poetic. It's very romantic.
in like at Disney World, like Space Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, so definitely some astronaut ice cream. I would say, I don't know, what other kind of foods can you have in space? Can you just have anything dehydrated?
Probably. I've never been to space, but I imagine you could have whatever you want. I don't even think it has to be dehydrated. That's just like a packaging thing, like an efficiency thing. Like they're just trying to, have everything sealed and compact because you don't have a lot of space when you're
in space.
Yeah. Imagine that. You try so hard to get some space.
I think there is a
It's
reason.
the one thing you don't have.
Wow.
Space.
Poetic. I think there is a reason behind dehydrating, though. I think you do have to have most things dehydrated.
I mean, what's going to happen to it if it's not?
It just floats away.
It'll float away if it's dehydrated too.
Yeah, but like it's in one like little clump, like a marshmallow. Like if you have soup,
Okay, so
like
if you're talking about like
floating around.
noodles, yeah, you don't want your noodles.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can just have
Strewn
SpaghettiOs.
about.
Like you'd have to like
It'd be like a game. You bet.
scoop it.
Like
Yeah.
Trying to catch snowflakes
Can
in your
you
mouth.
eat soup in space?
That's a great question.
Should we look it up?
You want me to look it up? I can look it up.
Hey Siri. Can you eat soup in space? Didn't listen to me. Hey Siri. Can you eat soup in space?
Okay, I found this on the web for Can You Eat Soup in Space? Check it out.
Can't you just tell me?
The answer is more complicated than that. It's not just a yes or no.
According to the Kennedy Space Center,
I trust him. Seems reliable.
well, it looks like they do freeze dry the food and beverages, but they can actually rehydrate it with cold water prior to consumption.
Yeah, I told you it's just like a packaging thing.
Huh. This guy's going really in depth. See, this is part of my research.
Part of the research, yeah. Fuck those needy people. We're trying to figure out what we're going to eat in space.
Oh, gosh. See, this is why I have to make the lists first. So that way when I do start going on the rich bitch, excursions, I don't just totally forget about the starving children.
You can't forget about them.
No.
No, that's sad. How are we going to get these kids food? And what are they going to eat? Soup?
Yeah, they are going to eat lots of soup. And
You have a favorite kind of soup?
I like all kinds of soup. I like chicken noodle soup. I like clam chowder. Sometimes like minestrone. I don't really think there's many soups that I don't like, but I think I would have to find the most nutritious soup and the one that is, most practical and efficiently sustained in that area, because the whole idea is to make the communities that we go into self-sustaining.
Absolutely.
So
that's a good goal. I think that's the first time you've actually said that. That's your goal, to make the communities you enter self-sustaining.
Yeah. You wanted to know what I wanted to, if I was going to go to the bathroom first or whatever.
Well, yeah, I still want to know.
So we backtracked, but I got, see,
we made it there.
See, the thing is, I think that the best way to accomplish things is to think of the biggest end goal and then reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
I think my Pisces dreams can actually be brought to fruition.
A lot about astrology. What does being a Pisces make you?
Just really known for being big dreamers.
Big dreams.
Big dreams. But some people would say they're just not realistic. But with billions of dollars,
a lot becomes real. The possibilities are nearly endless.
Absolutely.
Well, let's reel it back in.
Mm-hmm.
You just landed from a wonderful mission to space where you maybe ate some soup, you ate some astronaut ice cream, you had an aloe plant with you. It was a pretty cool trip.
Yeah.
What do you do now? You've given money to some charitable organizations that are doing good work to spread sustainability to all the communities they enter. And you can do whatever rich bitch shit you want. What do you want to do?
I really want to get back to my missions, though. That's what I really want to do, because it will be so much fun along the way. It'll be really sad too, going into really poor places. But I feel like there's always beautiful places among the super poor, low income places as well. So that's what I really want to do, is that work. The space travel and the cars are the frivolous fun, but I
want to discover the flowers emerging from the concrete.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thanks. I think what my future plan is, even for myself, is just once I have some more time to myself after building the agency that I'm working on and becoming partner of NASB, I want to just take some of that money that I'm going to be bringing in and put it aside in investments and stuff like that, and then just really start going on missions trips and doing the charitable work and figuring out hands-on, kind of what I started with, what things I think are running well, and what areas physically, areas of the world, and what areas of discipline need work and need help. And so I think I would just start kind of doing that, just going on some of these volunteer trips, and I would just really help fund them.
Would you organize your own, or would you join existing trips and missions?
Well, I want to do both, but I would start with just going on existing missions. That's what I'm saying. I want to start to gather, to experience, to really know where to take it. Yeah. So I would be doing that, the space mission would just be for fun. But honestly, maybe I would wait on that and try to think if I can utilize that as a PR stunt.
Yeah,
because,
probably smart.
yeah. So
When you're going on one of these trips, let's say you're going to another country, going to an underdeveloped area, do you think you'd be sleeping in a tent?
yeah. I would do both. Whatever. I want
Just whatever's available.
Yeah, I would definitely do whatever's available.
Go dig as deep as you can.
Yeah.
Into the trenches.
Definitely. I mean, even if I have all the money in the world, I mean, I feel like even the richest people get so bored, you know, so I wouldn't want to ever just like take advantage of that too much where I forget what life is really like, you know, that would just take me away from the mission.
What is life really like? It's a big question. You don't have to.
Yeah. Well, in the sense that I was referring to just now, life is, you know, not just a walk in the park, but it is for billionaires. But it's not.
It is, but it's not.
Yeah.
I think that statement is applicable to a lot of things. It is, but it's not. What do you think you're going to have with you in your bag, in your backpack, in your travel bag? What do you think the essentials are for changing the world?
I thought you were talking about my backpack in Africa in the missions.
Could be the same thing, right?
Are you talking about the metaphorical backpack?
No, the literal backpack.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't want to take a backpack, if you want to just throw yourself into the wild with nothing, I suppose you're free to do that.
I will take a backpack. I would need a first aid kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like bandages, alcohol,
Yeah,
wipes.
Yeah, again, I would reach out to some professionals first, people who know how to survive in survivalist situations. But yeah, I would definitely think some bandages, Band-Aids, alcohol.
Adhesive bandages.
Yeah, that's definitely in there.
For if you get a scrape, if you get a little cut.
Yeah. Some, what do you call that when you get like a snake bite? And
a snake bite?
Yeah, like if I got.
I think that's called being bitten by a snake.
No. What do you put on it? Would it be like
anti-venom?
Yeah.
You're gonna start carrying anti-venom everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Something I started doing recently. I started carrying a Narcan in my car because there's a lot of opioid overdoses. It's a real thing. So yeah, but when you're out in the jungle, you need snake anti-venom and adhesive bandages.
Exactly.
Where do you think you're going to get your water from while you're there?
Yeah, that would also be in the pack. I would need a water purifier.
Ooh, yeah, life straw.
Straw.
Equivalent.
Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, I don't know what's listed in the proper, jungle first aid kit, but all of the things, extra clothes.
I mean, you don't want it to be too heavy, do you? You're going to be lugging this thing around on your back.
Well, I can have one of my security team hold it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot about them. Yeah, your security team. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the weight.
No.
They're
I mean, I'd probably have one of my little mini backpacks on, for aesthetics, like where I keep my Joshua Tree skincare chapstick.
You got to stay aesthetic when you're in the jungle. How else are the people at home going to know you're doing good work if you're not aesthetic?
Yeah. A reasonable size backpack.
What color mini backpack? I like those little mini backpacks.
No, I'd probably still have some survival stuff in my own backpack because, what if I fell off a cliff and then I'm far away?
I almost fell off a cliff once. I don't recommend it. I almost died.
You almost fell off a cliff, or you did fall?
I was hiking on the way down from a mountain. There's a hike in Hawaii called I don't remember the name of it, something Crouching Lion or Crouching Tiger, something like that. And on the way down, it started raining and we got lost and we got off of the trail and we end up essentially scaling down the side of a mountain. And I got to a certain point where I took a step that I couldn't step back up. And I looked around me and there was no handholds. There was no place for me to step. And I'm just clung to the side of a mountain. And I look to my right and I see this little bundle of branches, like a little bundle of roots. And I thought to myself, like, this bundle of roots needs to be able to hold my weight or else I'm going to die. And so with my right hand, I reached out and I grabbed this bundle of roots and I used it to lower myself down to the next like platform, and I survived. But it was like a probably 100-foot drop.
That's scary.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen.
No. What do you think could have prepared you better for that situation?
Could have not gone hiking. Or someone who knew the trail better, so we didn't get off the trail. There was only 2 of us, and we were not that familiar with the trail. Mm-hmm. Or maybe like a weather forecast. That could have helped.
Was it muddy?
Oh, yeah. It was real muddy. Extremely muddy.
I just had a muddy hiking situation in Guadalupe and in November.
How was that?
Muddy. No, it was great. It was a beautiful experience.
So I've done a lot of hiking in the mud. What's your go-to strategy? Do you do shoes on, shoes off, barefoot? Like, what kind of hiking shoes do you have?
Well, I did not have hiking shoes on. That's what made it quite a struggle.
Squishy.
Yeah, we both as in my friend Maiva and I, had on tennis shoes, just like gym shoes type tennis shoes.
I mean, in normal circumstances, it's not a terrible choice. It's not like you're wearing flip-flops.
Yeah, but we really could have used our hiking shoes. I mean, I have some like...
Oh, some like boots?
Yeah, some boots. I have some Columbia hiking boots.
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 Boots and cuts and boots and cuts.
Boots with the fur.
Apple bottom jeans. So you don't wear your apple bottom jeans hiking, but you do wear your boots?
Yeah, wear the boots. The water repellent boots. Some pants. You don't want to get scratched on the hike.
You're hiking through thick brush.
Mm-hmm. It could be. You never know.
So you left your shoes on and you got your shoes muddy, or you took them off?
Yeah, I did keep the shoes on. Did definitely kept the shoes on. My strategy in that situation was to find a hiking stick, first of all. Highly recommend hiking stick. I learned this when I rented like an actual hiking stick when I went hiking in Zion National Park in Utah. And I hiked through the Narrows, which was really cool. Highly recommend that experience. Are you familiar?
I'm not. That's in Utah? I hear Utah's beautiful. Is that mountainous? Describe the terrain to me.
Yeah, just picture Jurassic Park. That's what it reminded me of.
I visited the ranch, Kualoa Ranch, where Jurassic Park was filmed.
Oh, where's that?
It's in Hawaii. It's on Oahu.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But it was like that, equivalent to that.
That's cool. Kind of similar. I mean, not really. I mean, not as like tropical.
Lush.
Yeah, not quite as lush, but it was really lush. It was so the Narrows are the hikes that are below, like in the valleys of the mountains. Or there's different hikes there that are from above, like looking down into the crevices.
Like valleys of stone? Like what?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But there's a lot of plants. Still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of plants. I mean, I went in the summertime
like
too.
tall
It was
trees.
Spring. Yeah. Not relatively regular trees. I wouldn't say necessarily so
like
tall.
20 feet?
Yeah. Yeah. Good 20 footers.
It's not that tall.
Yeah, not that tall.
Okay.
But yeah, just kind of rocky, green. Some like
Sounds
more
like it rocks.
more orange, grays, greens, and the Narrows are waterways that flow through kind of the valleys of this terrain, and so you can hike through the water, and it's really gorgeous. And there's parts that open up kind of wide, and then there's parts that get really narrow, and that's where the name comes from. It's really beautiful. But to help you walk through the parts that are just straight water, they have a really good package you can purchase for the low price of, I think it was only like $25 actually.
Oh, that doesn't even make a dent in your $2 billion.
No, not at all.
You don't even notice.
But they came with water shoes, and the walking stick and waterproof fanny pack that I made really stylish. I like put it across my body.
Love a good fanny pack.
Love a good fanny pack, especially waterproof ones.
Yeah, the utility sounds out of control.
Yeah, it was awesome. So actually, I would buy that stuff for myself.
What happened to it?
Well, I just rented it. I rented it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would definitely buy that to take with me to Africa. I would buy that stuff. And I would get it like color customized.
I've got a really fun fanny pack that I like. It's not quite a fanny pack, but it's sort of like a belt that has bags attached to it, like a fanny pack is, but different. I'm doing a terrible job of describing this thing, but it's embroidered with like silk patterns. It's a really nice bag. One of my favorite bags. It's good to have a fanny pack on you.
Love fanny packs for fashion and for utility.
Yeah, fashion and function.
Yeah,
it is possible.
That's a good way to put it. Fashion and function. Facts.
How are you going to balance your fashion and function in the jungle? Are you going to go full function, or do you still want to stay aesthetic?
Oh, there's always room for both.
I mean, you brought your makeup with you to space. Do you think you're going to bring makeup to the jungle?
Yeah.
And you do that every morning, or how often you think? When you wake up?
I mean, I probably wouldn't need it all the time. I don't wear a lot of makeup anyway. Don't really do the whole face like.
Yeah, I don't wear any makeup, believe it or not. I know I look so young, but I don't wear any makeup.
You got a skincare routine you want to drop?
I take showers.
You don't wash your face?
I wash in the shower.
Other than the shower.
I mean, I don't know if this makes a difference or not, but I'm going to say it because I feel like it does. I jog a lot. Mm-hmm. So like I'll go jogging and I'll get really sweaty and then I'll take a shower. And that was like the first soap was made out of sweat, like in ancient Greece. They would scrape all the sweat off of people's bodies and then turn it into soap. I'm pretty sure, I think that's a real thing.
I'm not sure how that would make any sense.
Something with chemistry.
We're going to have to fact check that one.
But yeah, so I go for jogs and I take showers.
Okay. There you have it, folks.
Electric razor. I don't know if that makes any difference. I feel like it's not great for my face. Actually, every time I use it, I usually think to myself, wow, this is really tearing up my skin. Oh. But, I mean, my face still looks fine, feels fine.
Yeah, skin's looking great.
Thanks. I'm also vegan. I feel like that has something to do with it, not eating meat. I just gave up cheese. That was my New Year's resolution, was to give up cheese.
Nice.
So I'm 3 days in. It's going well. I gave it up for 6 months once before in the past, and it felt really good. Yeah. So I'm just going to keep going at it, see how fresh my skin can get.
Nice. Good for you.
Thanks.
That's what makes you feel good?
It does.
Yeah. Well, I brought up Zion because I wanted to tell you how I survived hiking in the mud.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to hear about the mud. Okay, back to the mud. We're circling back. We took a little hike, but we made it back.
So the walking stick in Zion really helped, keep me sturdy walking through the water. And so...
How deep was the water?
Some places it was a lot deeper than others. It was like, it would be like ankle high or just like kind of running by. Or at one point it was like up to my waist.
Oh, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, it was
really deep.
Got really deep at some points, but yeah. And a lot of the areas you could climb across, like kind of stay on the side. But I mean, you're definitely going in the water at some points, like to be able to continue on.
You had, I know you told me you had a waterproof fanny pack. Did you also have a waterproof bag?
At the time, no, not inside.
So did you ever have to like lift it over your head or like keep it up? Or did the water stay beneath your waist for most of the time?
I think I did lift it above my head at one point, but I mean, I could have just kept it on because it did a really good job of staying waterproof.
And the walking stick help you survive? That was the point of the story.
Yes, the walking stick really helps me survive. It just like it feels like a third leg. It's like a stabilizer, you know. And so I remembered how helpful it was there, and I used it when I was in the mud. So like I found a good long, sturdy stick, and it really helps because like when you don't know if your next step is going to be a slippery spot or not, you put the stick first so you have like a stable spot. So when you're lifting your other foot, you already have like 2 feet on the ground. That's how I think of it.
Yeah, that's wise. It's good. If you ever need to survive walking through slippery areas, get a walking stick.
Take it from a professional.
Yeah, I've been on some hikes that were slippery, and I found being barefoot really helped. Like you have to watch your step pretty carefully so you don't step on anything sharp. But feet are really grippy. Like you're just natural feet.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely do barefoot if I'm like when we got to our destination of that hike.
What was the destination?
It was a waterfall.
Ooh, love a good waterfall.
Love a good waterfall.
Was it a very picturesque waterfall? How tall was it?
Yeah, you want to see a picture?
Sure.
It wasn't a super tall waterfall, but it was really cute, and I was barefoot in there. That's why I brought that up, just like walking around in the water below the waterfall. Like, you know, I probably could have kept shoes on, but I feel like your feet have really good grip.
And did you go in the waterfall?
Yeah.
Did you swim in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't want your shoes on for that.
No.
Unless it's like water
That
shoes.
was a waterfall. Pretty
Ooh,
picturesque.
Nice. Yeah, it's very picturesque. Oh, that's nice.
Thanks. Well, thanks because I'm in the picture. So, but
Best part of the picture.
I'll say thanks on behalf of the waterfall as well.
Great waterfall.
Yeah.
What did you do once you got to the waterfall? How long did you spend waterfalling?
Probably about an hour. Yeah.
Just taking pictures, swimming, chatting.
Yep.
Did you bring a snack with you?
Yeah. All of the above.
What was your snack?
What was the snack? It was, so Guadeloupe is a French territory. And so it was a lot of European, French food. So we just had these like little, like, kind of like cookies that had like chocolate. We really could have used some better, more like protein snacks, but at least we had
well, that's a
something.
good note for when you're traveling the jungles.
Definitely.
Bring protein snacks
Yeah.
like Cliff Bars or
I do
granola.
love Clif Bars, yeah.
Yeah, I need some trail mix. I eat a lot of trail mix, even when I'm not on the trails. I like it. It's a good snack.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also smoked a spliff at the waterfall.
Ooh, how was that?
That was nice. I'm not a fan of tobacco, but when in Europe or European territory, you know, it's a special occasion.
Yeah, get high as a kite.
Didn't get too high, but I guess
I mean, you're at a waterfall. How much higher can you get?
that's true. It's true. The natural high was already getting me
You've got
there.
euphoria coursing through your veins. What else can you do?
Have you had any remarkable waterfall experiences?
Yeah, there are a lot of waterfalls in Hawaii. A lot of cool waterfalls. Yeah, one of my favorites, I was hiking with a friend that I had made. And, you know, while we're on snacks, we got to the waterfall and he pulled out of his bag some vegan sushi that he had made.
That's quite the hiking snack.
Oh, yeah. It was perfect. Unbelievable. Like after this long, hard, arduous, you know, work to get to the waterfall, he pulls out of his bag. I think I had some like sunflower seeds or something like not ideal. And he pulls out vegan sushi to share. I was like, oh, yeah, this is great. A little rice, a little avocado, a little carrot.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know how to make that?
Yeah, rice, avocado, carrot. I found adding like little sliced apple is actually delicious. You know, just in a like seaweed roll. Really adds some crispness to it.
Sounds delicious.
How much longer do you think you want to keep going? We've been going for an hour and 11.
Yeah.
We can keep it going if you want. I don't know if there's anything you want to conclude on.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely diverged around quite a bit.
Which is fine. You know.
Yeah, I think we could definitely wrap it up.
Well, what are your parting words for the people? What do you want the people to know?
Well, if you ever win the lottery, just make sure you make your lists. Go experience the things that you want to do, but give back, and do your research.
Do your research.
Do your research.
Make a list. Give back. Buy a car for mom. Thank you. This has been The Time of Your Life with me, your host, David Ploof, and Lauren Chiles. Till next time.